A millennial's appeal for peace, dignity, and responsibility to whom it may concern. My name is Bean Devil. I am a millennial born in Scandinavia, with roots that stretch between West Africa and Canada. I won't say which countries. I'm not hiding out of shame, but out of self-protection. I have lived long enough to know that trust must be earned, not assumed. I write this letter not to accuse, but to offer a way forward, a peaceful one, a practical one. I am not part of any movement. I speak not from anger or rebellion, but from experience. My skin tone could be described as either Black African or Middle Eastern. I leave that undefined, because for me, it's not just about color, it's about presence, perception, and survival. For over a decade, I've watched people grow more afraid of each other. I've seen societies, especially in parts of Scandinavia, fracture under fear, misinformation, and suspicion. I've tried to engage with police, with institutions, with leaders, and often I've been ignored, not because of what I say, but because of how I am seen. I have never been a criminal. I follow the law, I work, I stay quiet, yet I am feared, accused, stereotyped. I've crossed streets to avoid walking behind women at night, not because I wanted to, but because I didn't want to scare them. I've sat in the back of buses to avoid drawing attention. I've been chased, photographed, insulted, simply for existing. I've reported harassment and been dismissed. I've done everything I can to show peace, and still been treated like a threat. This letter is not about blame. It's about a proposal, a voluntary wearable device, a wristband or arm device that could signal to police or authorities in real time that the person wearing it is no threat. It could be linked to a verified identity number, perhaps even include an emergency override or alert function, not as punishment, not as control, but as a tool to de-escalate, to calm, to... Some might call it extreme. Some might say, why should anyone wear such a thing? And I understand that. But I ask, what do you do when people fear you no matter what you say? When no words can prove your innocence before you are already seen as guilty? I do not support importing slogans like defund the police without context. I have met kind, responsible police officers here, but many behind desks don't listen. Many citizens are afraid to report what they see. Others exploit division for power. And women, many of whom I admire, are often caught in fear too. I want them to feel safe, and if they need tools like remote alerts, those must be balanced, monitored, and used responsibly too. Trust must go both ways. I do not claim to be perfect, but I know I am not a danger, and I know I am not alone. Others like me, young men with foreign roots, who want peace, are tired of being viewed as threats. But yet again, we should also don't trust our word, but thinking about our action, which is most if we want to prove to anyone that we can behave. I believe in equality. I believe in truth, even when it's uncomfortable. I believe in the possibility of a better society, one built not on fear, but on mutual responsibility. This is not a cry for pity, it's a call for innovation. I don't want special treatment. I want tools that help build trust before fear turns into violence or silence. I am asking you, humbly, to consider supporting such an idea, or at the very least, to listen and not turn away. I want to be clear. When I speak of West Africans, I do not mean only black people. West Africa, like the rest of the world, is made up of people from many races, backgrounds, and beliefs. Even if the majority is black, still, it doesn't matter who dominates the areas or lands. There are white West Africans, Asian West Africans, Arab West Africans, mixed families, adopted children, immigrants, and more. I believe we, the people living in or connected to West Africa, regardless of our skin color or tribe, can lead a new movement, one that's not based on being victims or assigning blame, but on setting an example of what true equality and mutual respect looks like. This is not a movement for black people only. It is a movement for all people who believe in dignity and responsibility wherever they come from, whatever color they are. And yes, people outside of West Africa are welcome too. Everyone who supports these values is welcome to join. Only one problem: there is no movement yet, but I hope there will be one day. And again, no matter who will start one, that's up to each and anyone. And I hope there will be equality between everyone. But if someone thinks this is only for some race or color, then they all sadly mistake it the movement is about. I want people to stop assuming that Africa is a continent of one color. Africa, and West Africa in particular, belongs to everyone who lives there, who contributes, who dreams, and who believes in something greater than fear or division. But the main reason is because of this idea about the shocking device I came with as an idea, to give some relief to vulnerable people like some of us with West African background. And that I hope whether a company owner, engineer, scientist, or anyone who can create such things who could be needed as well. And one day, I want to see a safe world outside any nation without feeling unsafe on the streets in any country. Anyway, I hope there will be people who will share my idea. I hope anyone can agree on the idea, but I can also accept criticism too. Thank you for listening. Sincerely, Being Devil.